Okay, so as I was saying before I was disturbed, um, Africa did not. Jamaica is where you get all the bauxite and you get all the iron and the aluminum and so forth, right? A lot of the wars that were being fought, remember the people from the Bible, how they fought the war and they were trying to get by certain soldiers and they were fighting and so forth. A lot of the iron was hoarded over into Africa and the iron and so forth. From the war, when people made breastplates and they made armor and they made whatever, shields for their feet and stuff like that. That's how the metal came out of Jamaica and into other parts of the world. And a lot of people don't know and understand this. Okay, so that's how the metal came from the part of the world. So in the Bible, you ever see and count how many, think about it, okay? When a country comes to Jamaica to buy the bauxite and buy the iron ore and buy the aluminum, they have to pay money for it, okay? But when there is a war and the soldiers and they build all the stuff for themselves and they build all the shields and the armor for themselves and the animal and chariots, the iron is coming out of the Jamaica for free, and the other countries are getting it for free. And that's what a lot of the wars in the Bible were about. It was hoarding the natural resources from Jamaica into other parts of the world without physically having to pay for it. So you cause a war against a certain tribe, because remember, the whole world started with 12 tribes, right? You start a war with the 12 tribes. The 12 tribe comes over there to fight the war. And in the war, when it's going on, when they lose the battle and they lose soldiers, people come and gather and hoard the raw material used to make their uniform and the shields around their head, and count if there were the Bible will tell you there were like 10,000, 100,000 men in war, and each one of them would have on, okay, they have one item on their head, they have an item on their face, they have an item on their chest, they have an item on their legs, they have like their sword or their stick, and then they have a horse or some kind of something that they drag themselves around in, and that's another like thing that you have to use the material of the aluminum or the iron ore to make, right? So think about one person having all of that, multiplying it by 10,000 or 100,000 men, and you'll see how people think that the war was about this. No, the war was about getting Jamaica's aluminum and Jamaica's raw material for free over to other parts of the world without having to pay for it. Even though they were fighting war, sometimes the war was over something small and very stupid, like, one guy will say something, or sometimes it's not stupid, because sometimes someone would offend a woman or disrespect a woman, and the whole thing would fall, and the whole city would fall, and they would take over the whole place. And all those things are going on. You're hoarding the raw material from Jamaica, and I can say Jamaica because it's a fact that the iron and all those things from around the world that are used mostly come from Jamaica.